January the 14th, live on DAZN Pay-Per-View, KSI is back and there is a change at the top of the bill. Temper takes to the stage in what we could call Sidemen versus Faze clash. Both men join me this evening. Guys, it is wonderful to be joined by you both. Very good evening. Temper, I'm going to start with you. Just tell me a little bit about how this whole situation has come about.
Yeah, so initially I was on the card and I was gonna fight a mystery opponent, and I got hit up. I think it was like January 1st, right in the morning. I heard the news that DANIS pulled out. Not really a shock to anyone. And I got the opportunity. They asked if I wanted to fight JJ, and this is something that I've imagine doing later down the line. The opportunity came now, and I'm not going to say no to it. So first off, I want to say I appreciate the opportunity, JJ.
No, pleasure, man.
Look forward to it.
JJ,
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your last 48 hours. Tell me a little bit about what's happened.
Oh man, bro, I feel like I've aged 20 years. Coming back from this whole boxing scene, it's wild, isn't it? Literally to have two pullouts. I have my big comeback against Alex Pisawi. He pulls out, and you know what? I'll give Alex Pisawi the benefit of the doubt. He had a concussion. With DANIS, there was literally no excuse. His excuse was, "Nah, I don't fancy it anymore." Like, he signed the paper, he done everything. And yeah, did literally all the press, got all the clout, did everything. Said he was gonna destroy me, beat me up, dash coffee in my face, pissed me off to the highest degree, and then just peaced out and said, "Nah, actually, I don't want to fight you. I'm scared." And it's just disappointing. It's disgraceful. He's the scum of the earth, man. And I don't think he should never enter any combat sports ever again. I mean, he shouldn't even leave his house. He shouldn't fight an ant. He's just a piece of shit, man. And it's just outrageous. So yeah, fair play for Temper to come through at short notice to come fight. But it's obviously I'm still very angry with DANIS. It's just why sign it in the first place? Why not just why waste everyone's time? Why not just
Can you just freely exit like that after signing?
I mean, apparently so. And yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he just got away with it.
Let me come on to this fight, because there is so much we could pick over about the Dylan DANIS. That's a whole conversation, that's a whole video in itself. But this fight, there is so much to talk about. In this fight, it's been received so well online. Temper, I want to ask you, what challenges do you see within KSI, and how do you plan to overcome them?
With JJ, I think this is definitely going to be, one of my hardest matchups, if not my hardest matchup. And I've been training consistently for the last, I don't know, since September basically of 2021. That's when I first started. I took a little bit of time off, not too much, but it pays off to just stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. And I think I don't know. I think I got a lot in store come January 14th.
What happens if you knock him out? What happens if you knock out KSI? You come in as the late replacement. You step up to the plate and you knock him out. What happens there? How do you see that playing out?
I mean, that would be an upset, similar to what happened with me, back in August 27th.
Yeah.
That was also on 3 weeks notice for Slim, and I'm definitely going to get that rematch when the time comes.
JJ, Temper is saying it clearly. He's saying it's going to be an upset if he wins, but make no mistake about it, he's coming to cause that upset. How do you plan on dealing with someone with that mindset?
Well, I mean, first of all, let's not get it twisted. Temper is better than Dylan Dennis. He's a better opponent. So it's not like I'm coming here to be like, oh, I'm fighting someone worse. I'm fighting someone who is better, in the ring and will be a big threat to me. But I'm JJ, I'm KSI. Like I know what I am. I know how much work I put in, and I feel like my intensity will break Temper down, and he's gonna experience nothing like me. It's gonna be a little bit of a shot to the system, and I guess similar to Slim, but I'll just be a bit more, I guess, clinical, a bit more dangerous. There'll be a bit more work rate with me. And yeah, I'm just gonna show the world, like, I mean business when it comes to this boxing scene. And yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, but Tampa has no chance. Unfortunately, bro.
No, I'm gonna say this right now, bro. You're gonna have a hard time trying to touch me. I really think you're underestimating me, but it is what it is, and it's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Slim.
I hear you. Listen.
Yeah.
He caught me on my worst day, bro. That's what it was. We're gonna run it back, and it's gonna be.
Why not? That's why I'm excited. I'm gonna be fighting you on your best day, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough, bro, for you to take me down. I'm a scary guy. I mean, clearly, as you can see, if the amount of people keep pulling out, people don't want to face me. People don't want to fight me. So yeah, it's gonna be very tough for you, man. But I fully respect you. There's no like bad blood or anything. I'm just coming in to show the world that I mean business, and then after we're gonna just shake hands. But yeah, once I'm in that ring, bro, I'm gonna be spiteful. I turn into a different person.
All good, bro. No, the feeling is mutual, but I'm gonna test that chin on January 14th.
All right, bro. It will be there for you to test, and then once you see me eat your shots, fear will be entering your body for sure. I've been hit very hard several times in sparring. I do a lot of sparring. I've already done over 100 rounds sparring southpaws. So I'm ready. I'm excited, and yeah, once I get in and put that pressure on, give you 6 rounds of hell if I want it to go that far. And chances are you probably aren't going to last that long, so I'll probably end it around round 2, round 3, and then like I said, shake your hand after it and be like, thank you for coming through and not being a pussy like DANIS.
Nah, for sure. But you're severely underestimating me. But I love it, man. I'm super looking forward to this.
No, it's not, bro. Trust me. Like being the underdog, it's nice. I used to like being the underdog. It's a nice feeling when everyone thinks that there's no way. But with me and you, there is no way. Not to be a dickhead. Okay, man.
Temper, when you say you're underestimating me, which is a fair comment, KSI saying he's going to come forward, he's going to dictate how long the fight's going to go, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. When you say you're underestimating me, and I appreciate you won't want to give too much of the game away, what is the plan? What is the game plan in terms of you're a southpaw, that brings problems. You've got a height advantage. We know that you can box from range. We've seen you in scraps. We know that you've got power. We've seen that in previous fights. How do you plan on showing him he's underestimating you?
I'm pretty confident. I mean, I'm very confident in my footwork. I'm very confident in my athleticism, and as well as my defense, and just creating space for myself and maintaining that space. I feel as though in my fight versus Slim, I did due to some unfortunate circumstances we don't even need to talk about, but I wasn't there that day. I definitely wasn't there, not even just the day, but in that moment, everything that could have went wrong. And it is what it is, but if that fight, had a different outcome, had I won that fight, I wouldn't be here right now. So I see it as a blessing in disguise. And when it comes to that rematch versus Slim, I'm definitely going to avenge my loss.
Temper, where do you rate KSI in terms of the fighters that you have fought? You know, Overt Flow, Slim, Kenny. Where do you rate KSI in that list?
Oh, I mean, with the guys that I fought,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely either number one, really. Yeah.
KSI, same question to you. Where do you rank Temper? You know, you've been in with Logan, Joe, Pineda, Swarms. Where do you rate Temper? Where do you rank him?
No, give respect. He's definitely below Logan, but above Joe Weller, above Pineda, above Swarms. Like, yeah, no, he's going to be a good test. But yeah, like, you know, since I fought Logan, I've just gone up levels above. And, you know, January 14th, people are going to see, you know, the work that I put in. And, you know, I'm just a very scary guy in the ring. Even more now with my, you know, my coaches, Maris and Alexis. You know, we've been going ham, working on, you know, new moves, new techniques, you know, working on bounces, working on, you know, crossing over, working on moving from southpaw to orthodox and southpaw shifting, just constantly being a nuisance in the ring, and then learning how to properly close the ring down as well, just tracking my opponent and just being dangerous from all angles to the point where I'm able to just smother my opponent and just make it hard for him to breathe and eventually get that KO.
How much of the game plan can you transfer from Dylan DANIS to Temper, given that they're both southpaw?
So I mean, it's pretty much the same. I think with Temper though, obviously he's about 6'3", 6'4", so he's taller. He's got a longer reach, so I'm gonna have to probably apply a bit more pressure than normal. And then yeah, I'm gonna have to, even with my footwork, really like lean in, because you know I feel like Temper's gonna want to keep his head far back and keep away from my big shots. But yeah, with my footwork, I just know what to do to make sure I get right on the inside and then play that inside game with him, which I know he's going to struggle with. And I know he'll hardly want to throw because he's going to be scared of what happened with his last fight with Slim, that if he throws at the same time, he might get KO'd. So I'll be able to use that to my advantage, use that inside game, you know, show my shifts. And then, yeah, get that KO. And then, like I said, after, shake hands with him and, you know, give him respect for entering the ring.
Temper, he's mentioned the Slim fight there. We've covered it. You were chin checked in that fight, but you have checked chins. We saw that in your last fight against Overt Flow. It was over very quick. Is that the key to victory for you? Is to sort of make him reach, as he suggests? You've got the height advantage. He's going to have to reach, potentially leaving himself sort of slightly exposed, maybe in trying to get that knockout. Is that key for you then? Have you got to win this fight by knockout?
Sorry to cut you off. I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna be able to win is with a knockout. Just because, you know, my experience in London fighting, you know, the English has not been great as far as, you know, that shit goes. So I feel like it needs to go to decision. It can't be. I feel like it needs to go to a knockout or a TKO, because I don't think I'm gonna win the decision. So we're just gonna make sure that I'm gonna you know, fight my fight and maintain my distance and do what I have to do to win the fight, and probably gonna get a knockout.
How had you been training for your last opponent? Your last opponent was a mystery opponent. It was a silhouette. We had no idea, no way of knowing who it was. How could you possibly train for that?
I mean, I'm not training for a certain opponent, even before KSI. Like, I mean, I am now, but before, since I didn't know who it was, I was training for someone, whether they're tall, long, or short and stocky. You know, I'm training for whoever. It doesn't matter. You know, Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson's in the ring, how am I going to be boxing? This isn't a game. This isn't a sport. You know, this is like boxing. This is like real. You get in there, you're signing up for, you know, this is battle. You're going to battle. It's not a joke.
JJ, what a way to kick off 2023. with a Misfits show headlined by yourself. We thought we were going to have one opponent. We ended up having another one that's really captured the imagination of social media and of the internet. He's saying he's got to knock you out to win. Do you feel the same? Do you feel that maybe you have to get the knockout? Certainly you've got to avoid being knocked out, but do you have to get the knockout to beat Temper?
He's not knocking me out. We can just put that in there. And yeah, I don't want it to go to points. I'm going to definitely put the pressure on to make sure it doesn't go into points. And yeah, I'm going to need a knockout. I know a lot of people are going to compare me to Slim and be like, oh, if KSI doesn't knock him out in 2 rounds, then Slim's better, which makes no sense. Styles wins fights.
Too many casuals.
Well, yeah, it's Slim. Me and Slim are very different. And, I'd knock out Slim as well. So it's one of those ones where either way, I'm going to go in January 14th, show the world I am, I'm that guy, and, have a very good fight with Temper, put him through his paces, show him that he can't swim with the big boys, and then yeah, move on to the next opponent.
What happens when I beat you, JJ?
It's not going to happen. No, you can smile, but it's not. No, but like I said, I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, man, you've got guts. It's a lot of people don't want to fight me. A lot of people are afraid to fight me, and they might say a lot of stuff online saying, "Yeah, I'll fight KSI," but then when it comes to actually doing it, they're not down, or they pussy out, or they get a concussion, or they find an excuse to not fight me. So, big props to you, Temper, to, wanting to fight me. But yeah, it's going to be another KSI win and another road to Jake Paul getting knocked out.
Nah, love, bro. I appreciate the opportunity, but we're gonna see January 14, bro. I got different plans.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I want you to bring your best. Bring your absolute best, because you're going to need it.
For sure.
Trust me, man.
Well, there's no better way to end it. I have one final question for both of you. JJ, I'll start with you. Give me your fight prediction.
Well, it's going to be a knockout. I mean, it could be round 3. I don't think it's going to last any longer than that. I think my pressure is just going to absolutely obliterate him, and he's going to understand once he's in the ring with me why it's why they call me the Nightmare. And then yeah, I think that's it. That's going to be it for me. Yeah. Temper,
final word to yourself, new opponent. Give us your prediction. What happens when the bell goes on fight night?
It's going to be a knockout for me. I think it's a knockout round 4. That's how I'm feeling.
What do you know? What punch? I'm intrigued.
Nah, that's a surprise.
What, uppercut?
Maybe a little
left straight.
Maybe a little grenade at the back of the head.
Back of the head. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. No, I love a back of the head shot.
Either way, January the 14th. We find out live on DAZN pay-per-view. This is one not to be missed. KSI versus Temper. Fellas, thank you both very much for joining us. We'll see you in fight week.